Welcome to Holly's Racing Fantasy. This is your hotspot for weekly NASCAR Cup Series race recaps, latest news, and of course, fantasy picks for the upcoming race. And now, here's your host and the voice of Holly's Racing Fantasy.
So, for the first time this year, Ross Chastain has won a race.
Watermelon Man.
The Watermelon Man smashed it and ate it.
Off the concrete.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's a little gross.
But it lands rind down.
Does it really, though?
Yeah, because I always kind of watch.
You can't prove that.
I watch it.
You can't prove it.
I do, because I watch the piece that he eats.
No,
so
you can't prove it.
But it doesn't mean it doesn't get gravel in it.
Unless he looks for that one to grab. Maybe.
He usually does.
Yeah.
Maybe he does.
Maybe that's his secret.
Because that would ruin your teeth if you got gravel in your teeth.
Yeah, or break a crown or tooth or filling.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will say that I like Ross Chastain better without the beard.
Yeah, I think he looks better without the beard.
I think he looks a little more, a little younger. A
little more human.
A little more attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So, good for him.
Yeah.
Because, he earned it.
Yeah.
He roared to life, and Christopher Bell, who started out great, he just fell behind. He ended up 7th, but yeah. I think a lot of people had high hopes that he would win the race this week.
Well,
but you know what?
He was doing good, but then
he was doing good. It's okay. He ended up with a he hit the wall out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
Let me run it down for you before we get into it more. We've got
get into it more. Was there a lot to get into?
There was a lot of cautions.
Yeah.
And so I fully expected there to be more cautions. I thought the ending would be more exciting.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, because it just went green.
Yeah.
So that was kind of surprising. William Byron was second, who came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Martin Truex Jr., who I thought was third. Ryan Blaney, fourth. Ty Gibbs, fifth. Alex Bowman, sixth, who pretty much ran there all day. Christopher Bell again, 7th. Denny was 8th. Denny was up and down all day. I expected a little bit better of a finish, but he's still in there. Chase Elliott was 9th after coming from the back. He worked his way all the way up to 9th. Yeah, that's right. He
had the engine issues.
Yeah.
Started in the rear.
Yeah. Believe it or not, Zane Smith was 10th.
Wow.
I know. So that was, William Byron was pretty bummed out. He said he really wanted this win. And I can imagine, because it always stinks when a playoff driver doesn't win. They probably feel very upset about it.
I'm surprised Horsevar hasn't won yet.
I know, me too. But I think he's, probably given the respect. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But he did pretty good for a while. Let me see what else. Kyle Busch did great. Man, Kyle Busch. He did really good for a while, and then he didn't, and then he got into the wall, and then he got into who did he get into? I should have written that down.
It was between him and
who?
Was it Ross? No, him and Ross raced each other pretty clean. He tried to get around someone.
Oh, wait.
Well, it was his.
No, he kind of spun himself. He tried to put Briscoe.
Yes.
Oh, because Briscoe was at the end.
Yes.
And he tried to pass Briscoe to put him down a lap, and Briscoe was like,
Yeah. Well, Briscoe didn't even really block him that bad.
No, he really didn't.
Busch tried to take it on a corner, and he tried to get in tight, and it was like even someone in the booth said I couldn't even do that.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Which Kyle Busch was kind of like, I understand he had to stay on the lap.
Yeah.
But in the old days, when it was 30 to go, you just got out of the way.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But of course, I think if Chase Briscoe wasn't in the playoffs, maybe he would have. Yeah. But the fact that he's also racing for the playoffs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a different league,
Yeah, you got the old guys racing with the new guys.
You do. And
it's all mixed up.
It is all mixed up.
He might not know the code.
He might not. Yeah. You know what I want to kind of make a comment of is that I feel like these Hendrick boys have a hard time working together.
Yeah.
There was one restart there where, hang on. Where,
what did you pause for?
I had to clear my throat.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to use my little cough drop box.
Oh, okay.
Where I thought that Alex Bowman on a restart, I think he was fourth and William Byron might have been behind him. And I thought he could really get up there and get the lead because he led six laps and he won a stage. But then William Byron didn't push him.
Right.
And I'm thinking, why are you not pushing him?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, I don't know, they were a little, let's just say that the Penske boys get in a little more in tune and help each other out a little bit more than what I see from Hendrick.
I don't think the Gibbs boys work very well together either.
Maybe nobody does anymore. I don't know.
No, I think you're right.
That's
think
how
the
it used
Penske
to
boys,
be.
I think the Penske boys work well. They're always helping each other out, but Gibbs and Hendricks, maybe too much egos. Maybe too many egos.
That's quite possible.
Yeah,
that is quite possible.
Yeah.
So you know what? It was fun. It was okay. I liked some. There was a few fun.
It was real. It was fun,
but it wasn't
real fun.
Now let me tell you this much. Christopher Bell led 122 laps.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, that's good though.
122 laps. Help. It does. Byron led 24. Chastain led 52. And everybody else led a couple here and there. Logano had a couple. Kyle Busch led 26 laps.
Wow. I picked him, actually.
I know. I did too. Yeah. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Who did I pick?
You picked Christopher Bell.
I did pick Bell. Yeah, you're right.
I was going to pick Jimmy Johnson, but...
Thank God.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, because he ended up 36th.
Well, I have Alex Bowman, so...
Yeah, we figured...
It wasn't going to matter who I picked because Bowman
ended up 6th. Okay, so I mean, at this point, that's the end. We go to Talladega next, which will be fun. You and I are traveling a little bit on Sunday, so I'm hoping that I can get the most of it at least.
Yeah,
it starts at 2 p.m. I'm probably gonna not
get in the middle of traveling.
meet in the middle. I'll probably get in there on stage 3.
Well, I have Sirius XM in the car.
Oh, that's right. You reminded me of that.
So we might be able to listen to
it a little.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's not a lot of NASCAR news either. So this is probably going to be a short show, folks.
Well, let's go to the news.
Let's go to the news.
Yeah.
What's in the news today? No,
I don't know.
There's really not much in the NASCAR news.
I haven't seen many headlines.
No, I haven't either.
Just that Tony Stewart got out of a flaming hot dog. No, he got out of a stock car.
Okay.
Right? No, not stock car. Dragster.
Okay.
Something.
Okay.
It caught on fire and he got out.
He was dragging and it caught on fire and he got out.
Yeah, I don't
without injury.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure if they would have said injured.
I'm sure.
It looked like he got out. I think it was like a clickbait. He got out in the nick of time.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Well, that's good for him. Good for him. The big
thing he's like, that's what he's doing with his life. Instead of like being like owning a race car team.
I know.
I'm racing these we converted these real barrels into we put engines on them. We put engines on them and we set them on fire and we go down a hill.
I love it.
It's a new league.
It is. It's a downhill league.
Downhill wheelbarrow.
Downhill barrel league.
Yeah, we used to ride the wheelbarrow when we were kids. That was like...
Oh, that was fun.
That was like a...
That was a highlight.
That was a highlight.
Generation X, that was the highlight of your day.
Yeah.
Someone put you in the wheelbarrow and run behind you.
Yeah.
Couldn't get much better.
Have yourself a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As everybody knows, there was a terrible hurricane that came up through Florida and up through Georgia and into North Carolina, which we were not affected by that. Thank you. And I'm sorry if any of you, our listeners, were. I'm hoping for the best for you. That was Hurricane Helene, which pretty much decimated Asheville.
Yeah, and Boone.
And Chimney Rock.
Western Carolina just annihilated.
Oh my God, it's absolutely hideous.
Major interstates washed away.
Like apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah, really bad.
So the first thing I saw this morning was about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and 23XI are donating $1 million to the recovery.
That's good.
$500,000 going to the North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund and $500,000 going to Second Harvest of Metrolina, which is a local food bank. So that was the only one that I saw. But then this evening, everybody's in on it now. NASCAR, they're opening the campgrounds in Charlotte for anybody who needs, if you want to camp there and if you need refuge. They are holding a food and supply donation drive tomorrow. They have all of their parking lots open for Duke Energy if they need to park, whatever. NASCAR Foundation, they're accepting donations for American Red Cross. Joe Gibbs is using its helicopter to get supplies in. And you can also drop off supplies at JGR today. Hendrick Motorsports is also using his helicopter to get into people, maybe get people out, get supplies in. Again, we already talked about 2311 Junior Motorsports and Cars Tour. They are taking items tomorrow in Mooresville that they'll bring in. Greg Biffle is utilizing his personal helicopter to get supplies into the area, and his Venmo account is accepting donations to pay for fuel and supplies.
Greg Biffle has a helicopter?
Right?
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Darlington Raceway is purchasing supplies and delivering them. Kalig Racing is accepting donations, water, boxed, non-perishable items. Operation Airdrop, that is Carl Edwards, is assisting in that effort. Bristol Motor Speedway is opening its campgrounds this evening for evacuees seeking refuge. And North Wilkesboro Speedway is hosting a hurricane relief drive for food and donations. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
You know what, folks? NASCAR cares. And I expect there will be more on the way.
Oh, yeah.
But I will tell you, Michael Jordan led the charge with this. I'm sure Denny Hamlin, too. But Michael Jordan was one out there, you
Jordan
know.
had a twist. Put Denny in the chicken wing and get him,
possibly
make him say uncle till he would sign on to donate.
Don't make me laugh picturing that.
I know it's funny, though.
Isn't it? That would be hilarious to see that.
That would be funny.
I know. I don't know why. We're in salty moods today.
Yeah.
John is wicked salty, so we are just...
No, you are. You're worse.
He loves saying that.
Yeah.
He loves saying that. John's got a,
Well, it's like humidity. You hear of water torture, and when you live in humidity for like 5 months a year, 6 months a year,
it's getting hard.
It gets to that.
I know.
It's like a torture. It's a form of torture.
It's true.
Yeah.
But, and you're also being overworked.
Yes.
Our son is quite demanding with his own video show on YouTube, and he has a lot this week that's going into his show, more than usual. And, we're trying to get ready to go away for a few days, and it's just, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others, folks.
Yep.
So let's move on to, do you have anything else you want to mention?
News-wise, can't think of anything else.
Everything is all about the hurricane and the Iran and Israel war.
Yeah.
Today is Tuesday. We're filming on Tuesday, so all those ballistic missile strikes just happened.
Jimmy Carter's 100.
Jimmy Carter turned 100 today.
That's a nice thing.
That's really nice. He may not have been the best president, but he sure the heck is a good man.
Very good man.
My Lord, God bless him.
Yes. Happy birthday, Jimmy Carter.
Happy birthday, Jimmy Carter. Want to go to Who You Like and Why?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go.
Who do you like and why?
I'm listening to the music this time more because there's nobody that picked.
Nobody picked?
No, I'm just kidding. We do have 2 picks.
Okay.
Our usual faithful, Scott Curlis, who gave me a rundown of a few people that he thinks might have a chance.
Okay.
A few people that might be in the mix.
Okay.
Very good. Did
I have a chance.
Did I whistle?
You whistle to your fake teeth.
Which is really funny because one of the low-tier drivers that he picked is also on my list this week, so that's very funny.
You guys are going to pick very similar.
I know. It's very cool.
Okay.
Which he made a joke on Facebook that for last week, he said, "Oh, I know you would pick Greg Biffle." And I laughed. I thought that's hilarious. I'm like, I liked Greg Biffle.
Greg Biffle's got a helicopter.
And then here he is, right? And like 10 minutes later, I'm seeing him out the helicopter.
Yeah.
But basically, all in all, Scott says, forget the numbers and just go for it. And he's picking Martin Truex Jr.
Oh, there you go.
I know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then Rose said Chris Bell or William Byron.
Okay.
So I don't know. And that's it. And I put my stuff up early this week too. But you know what? With the hurricane, oh God, I hope everybody's okay in the hurricane.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe Helene got to some of my listeners.
Maybe.
So I hope y'all are okay.
Yeah.
So.
Jeez.
I know. What a time. What a time. Okay, so you know what? Let's go to my picks.
You want to go to your picks?
Yeah.
All right, your picks are coming up.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
While fantasy sports betting can be fun, gambling can be a serious issue. If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction and wants help, call or text the National Problem Gambling Hotline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. Standard text and data rates do apply. You can also visit them online at ncpgambling.org.
Okay, here are my picks for the YellaWood 500. That's Yella, not yellow. YellaWood 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. You know what? I also forgot to mention a little bit of something else, so I'll mention that when we come back. But Talladega is a crazy track, and y'all know this. It could be anybody's win. A lot of people have gotten wins here that have never gotten another win, and it's just a matter of who can stay out of trouble and finish in the end. So I'm going to start with my brilliant picks. A couple of guys that know how to stay out of trouble because they have some good records here. And they're also playoff drivers. And the first one is Ryan Blaney. Blaney has found sneaky ways to stay on top because he has 3 wins here. 6 top 5s and 8 top 10s. Chase Elliott, also 2 wins here, 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s. And he just has a way of, I think after last week's setback, just seeing how well he drove to the top 10 from the rear, that shows me that he's ready to keep going. And last is William Byron, because you know why? He's pretty good here. He doesn't have a win yet, but he's got 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s, and it looks like he's really warming up, especially after last week at Kansas. Bold picks. Got a couple of playoff drivers in here, but you might not expect. First up is Chase Briscoe. He's got a top 5, 2 top 10s. And even though he didn't have a great show in Kansas, I think he's going to do better on Superspeedway. Next up is Austin Cindric. Again, we mentioned how the Penske boys like to work together, so I think that's something that could happen this weekend. But Austin has a top 5 and 2 top 10s. But he also is pretty good at Superspeedways in general because he usually does pretty decent at Daytona. So he's definitely worth a look. And last but not least, my way out there Super Bowl pick is Todd Gilliland because it's Talladega. Because somebody strange is going to win. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork and win. And you know what? He has 3 top 10 finishes here, believe it or not. And he was 8th last time. So you know what? Why not? And I bet he'll have a really cool car to boot. Honorable mention goes to Denny Hamlin because you know what? He's pretty good on this track. As long as he doesn't wreck. If he can stay out, he knows how to pretty much, drive it so that he doesn't get into too much trouble. So honorable mention only because it's a flip a coin with that guy. Flip a coin with the number 11. You know what? Let me run that down for you one more time. We're going to go brilliant is Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, and William Byron. Bold is Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, and Todd Gilliland. And your honorable mention is Denny Hamlin. And you know what, folks? Those are my NASCAR fantasy picks for the YellaWood 500 at Talladega Superspeedway this weekend, and I'm sticking to them.
Interact with Holly's Racing Fantasy on YouTube or Facebook. Just search Holly's Racing Fantasy on each to find us. And don't forget to tell us who you like and why every Wednesday before each race. You can comment on the current HRF episode on YouTube or reply to my Monday night post on Facebook. Thanks!
Okay, I guess that's going to close out the show.
Yeah.
I did want to mention that I saw last week that FedEx is reducing its sponsorship for Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
And possibly leaving altogether, but I can't imagine that's going to happen.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But still reducing, that's $25 million that Hendricks gets. Hendricks. See how it is, folks?
Joe Gibbers.
That Joe Gibbers gets.
Gibbers.
The coach gets.
Yeah.
So that'll be weird.
Yeah.
And I also want to mention that NASCAR is instituting some aerodynamic changes this weekend at Talladega, and that's to make sure that they don't it won't go flying when it gets into a high speed crash, that you won't go flying and flip upside down and have all kinds of horrible things happen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're putting in an extended height roof rail extended rocker panel skirt, and fabric beneath the right side roof flap.
Oh. Wow, you know your stuff.
Well, that's just because I,
Yeah.
look it up. So, but that's pretty interesting.
Mm.
It's interesting that they're trying to,
It's very interesting. Yeah.
Other than that, let's just say next week also, by the way, we will not have a video cast.
That's right.
We will just have a audio.
Yeah.
Well,
The show will be there, but with our traveling, we won't have time to edit video and all that. So we're going to...
Yeah.
It'll be on YouTube still.
Yeah, you can still do it on
see
YouTube.
the logo.
The logo will be there, but you can listen on YouTube.
You can post your comments
and you can go wherever you get your favorite podcast.
Yeah. So we'll be there through your ears, but
we will.
You won't be able to see us next week.
But not through your eyes.
Yes.
So you know what? I think that's it's a short show, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're going to Alabama.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Talladega, baby.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
And then after Talladega, you can go in there now. I wrote down we're at the Roval the next week.
Oh, the Roval's next after Talladega.
After Talladega, we're going to the Roval. So everybody can put your who you like and why in there for the Roval.
Yeah.
And that is the next elimination race. I know.
Crazy.
It really is. The tickers are ticking.
Ticks are ticking.
And we'll see who makes it out on the other side.
Yeah.
But, it's anybody's guess.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. So you know what, John? I'm going to bid you adieu and have a good night.
Yes.
Everybody out there, you know what you have to do.
Yes.
You have to wash your hands.
Wipe your butt.
And stay safe, right?
And stay safe.
Or I should say, stay healthy, stay safe, and race on.
Race on.